It has been a long wait, but this Monday, the new host of Power in Politics will take this seat. Vassy Kapelos is here to talk to us about her inaugural debut. Hello. Hi. You looking forward to it?
Very much, yes. I'm very anxious to start.
What is it about politics? You are a political animal. Why?
I was probably brainwashed to be so.
Yeah.
No, it's genetic, I think, I always say, because my parents were super political growing up. We were big newspaper readers, and my dad's Greek, my mom was German. There was like tons of, talking, which other people would interpret as fighting. And so I just grew up in an environment where we were always interested, my sisters and I, in politics and discussing it, and mostly in just fighting about it.
Open debate.
Open debate, yeah, that's a very diplomatic way of putting it. Just screaming at each other over Friday night dinners. And so that just sort of became ingrained in me, and it spilled over into all my schooling and everything, and here I am.
You're fresh-faced for us here, but you've actually got depth.
No,
well, yes, absolutely you are. Yeah, take credit for it. But you have a lot of experience in this town. You know a lot of people.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely have experience. Yes, I hosted a different type of show, but a political show. Ran a political bureau, covered federal politics, covered provincial politics in Alberta and Saskatchewan before that. And I've been reporting for about a decade. So hopefully a natural transition into this one. But I definitely have, through my years covering politics, have cultivated an even bigger interest in it.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, no,
I used to
that.
never say it.
Yeah.
All the places I've lived. I'm like, I'm from Ontario now.
Yeah.
I'm from Toronto, like downtown Toronto, Greektown. I grew up, born and raised.
Oh, okay. So you talked about Saskatchewan, working there.
Yes.
I worked in Saskatchewan,
Yes.
and I had the same thing as you, where I'm from Winnipeg, but I grew up in Toronto.
but you
I can't
say
even say I'm
Winnipeg.
saying that on TV. But yeah, you just don't.
Yeah, we're about to get some big hate
Oh,
mail. Yeah.
I'm from Winnipeg, but
Yeah.
I spent some formative years in Ontario.
Yeah, I am a proud Torontonian.
Okay.
Like, I love Toronto. I love all things about Toronto. I love growing up there. But when you do go to other parts of the country, which are equally awesome, you realize that there is a little bit of, I don't know what the word is, but hate maybe for
Yeah, and you begin to understand the reasons why, and I
Totally.
think that really helps inform you when you come to a town like this, where you can, not that this is my everyday gig, this is your everyday gig, but you can get inside the walls, and so it really does help to have that outside perspective.
I always felt that it was super important, especially if you're reporting nationally on anything, to have lived in other places in the country. There is no way you can grow up and live in Toronto and think that is what the rest of the country is like. It has its own merits and disadvantages, but I think you do, I like you, when I lived in Saskatchewan, Alberta, I really felt like, I'm finally understanding a lot of the grievances here, a lot of the sort of issues that do get brought up in Ottawa and elsewhere. And so I think it's the best. I love living there. I had the greatest time, and I'm so glad now that I did it.
I have been here only temporarily. I've suggested this desk could be turned into a Mongolian grill, but apparently we've got to get a gas line put in, and so they're sort of poo-pooing the idea. I don't know.
Sort of, for now, yeah.
But what are you most looking forward to if there isn't the possibility of putting a Mongolian grill at this desk?
You know what? I've never had the real estate that this show offers. So it's daunting and exciting at the same time. And by that, I mean that there's 2 hours of politics every day. And I've, filed for a national broadcast. I've had a half-hour show, but filling 2 hours every day and going in depth and offering context on stuff that people are talking about on the Hill is not easy. So I feel like I'm very, not nervous, but sort of wondering how it's going to play out. At the same time, it's the biggest thrill for me because I feel like I have, it'll really push my skill set, it'll challenge me, and I think it offers something so unique to people watching. Like, where else can you go to really get in depth and see answers, hour by hour on things that have just happened? So I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do and we can do as a team with those 2 hours.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Thank
Monday
you.
evening.
Yes.
Vassy, best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And enjoy.
Thank
That
you.
is Power in Politics. I'm David Common. Tune in on Monday. Vassy Kapelos will be here in this chair. And coming up on CBC News Network, Carol McNeil looks at tomorrow's gun control march in Washington. Stay with us.